Hey everyone, Mr. E here with another SolidWorks tutorial for students and beginners, and in this one we're looking at how to use the Loft tool instead of the Extrude tool. Now in another video I show you how to use the Extrude tool to turn like a 2D sketch profile like this into some type of 3D object through some type of basic push and pull, right? The Loft does something very similar, but it's not necessarily a symmetrical extrusion that just follows your sketch profile. It actually creates a 3D object between two sketch profiles. So I have this simple kind of rounded rectangle here on my top plane. I need to create a second sketch profile to Loft 2. So to do that, let's make a new plane that's offset from the top. So I'm going to click on top plane, I'm going to go to reference geometry, and I'm going to make a new plane that's actually offset from it, like so, right? And I talk more about how to use the plane tool to make planes in another one of my videos if you want to dive deeper on that. But anyway, here's my new plane. Let's make a new sketch, and I'm just going to use the offset entities to offset this first part by, let's say, I don't know, 0.3 inches. Cool. So now I have two sketch profiles here, one up top on plane 2 and one down here on plane 1. I can now exit the sketch and use the Lofted Boss Base tool. So let's click that, and it needs to know what my sketch profiles are. Now it automatically selected my most recent sketch, sketch 8, and I'm going to add this sketch here, the first one I created, and you'll see that we have this loft that's coming between them, which is pretty cool. You can change the order of these sketches, which might affect it if you had more than one, to actually create a different type of sketch profile here, like so. And you'll notice that I have this twist. I have a twist coming on right now, which actually looks kind of cool, but that's not what I wanted. The twist is because it chose its reference guides on what's aligned. And for whatever reason, it didn't choose the same point on these two profiles. So I'm going to move this reference guide onto the same dots here to try to get more of a straight line, like so. There we go. So I was able to reselect those reference guides to then get rid of that twist if I just wanted more of a straight loft. But just to be clear, that twist could be kind of cool. I'll show you how to get that again. So if I delete these guys from the sketches, let's say I want to go from here to here, you know, it actually just gave me an error message because that's too much of a twist, apparently. Let's try that again. So I want to go from there to there. You can get a nice twist on that. Or I can go from there to there for a nice straight loft, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. So that is how you could create, let's say, I don't want to call it an extrusion, it's not, it's a loft, but it's similar to an extrusion, but instead of extruding in a single sketch profile with a simple push or pull, the loft allows you to extrude between two sketch profiles and give you what might be a tapered. And I said two, but you can actually loft between more than two profiles as well with your geometries here to make your different parts. You'll notice that there's also a lofted cut that's very similar but the opposite, where it would remove a profile, right, where you can actually remove through a loft just like you can add through a loft in a very similar way. Personally, if I did want to hollow something out like this, I wouldn't use a lofted cut. I would just use the shell tool that will actually follow the geometries of this tapered shape and give me a nice hollow shape along the geometries, which works really well. It essentially is an automatically generated loft. So Loft tool, super cool, super simple to use between two or more sketch profiles.